Hello, good evening. Hope it's a nice day. It's another time that you're meeting for that day for this dynamic link tutorial. For our today's lesson, we are going to follow this agenda, and I hope it will be interesting for you and you learn one or more things from it. Uh, I will start by by reviewing the parts that we covered yesterday on Word 2016 application window. Then you have a review of dynamic dynamic learn 2 assessment revision. Then from there I'll teach you on how you can be able to create documents using Word 2016. Then I teach you how you can insert objects, which comprises of pictures. We have got charts, how we can insert them in Microsoft Word 2016. And then I'll also teach you how we can be able to save a document in case you want to retrieve it in future. Then from there, we'll have a summary of the lesson. Then I give you the DL3 assessment. Okay, be ready for the lesson. Thank you. Where is this notes? For today's lesson, let me start with the assessment, the second assessment. Where was it? I'll be solving this DL assignment that I gave. So we had our first question. Maybe I can put it on read mode so that I can see it properly. But the color disappears once I turn it on read mode. I don't want the color to disappear. So the first question was, explain 4 factors that one need to consider before buying a word processing software. We said you need to consider the cost, and under the cost you have to consider your pocket size. You buy the word processing package that you can be able to afford. Next, we have user need. What do you need specifically as a user? Next, we have user friendliness. The kind of the application you are purchasing, is it user friendly? Is it the one that you can use it easily? So those ones are the 3 factors. We have another one, availability of documentation. So I didn't capture it here. So I can type there, availability of user documentation. A documentation, basically, it's a manual. It's a book that is going to help you on how you can be able to use the software. So it's just meant to ensure that the software becomes friendly on your side. So what is quick access toolbar? A quick access toolbar, it's this one. It consists of the shortcuts or the commands that are frequently referred to by the user. Yeah, so basically it's a collection of commands referred to as shortcuts. And the commands are frequently used by the user. Like you can see here, we have undo tool, we have redo, we have save, we have email, then quick print. So these commands, I normally use them from time to time. Explain the following parts of Microsoft Word 2016 application window. So tabs. Tabs are these ones. You can see I'm clicking on File tab, Insert, Design, Layout, References. So basic definition, these ones are buttons that are found on top of Word that contain toolbars. Okay, you can just say they are buttons which are found on top of words, and they hold related commands. They include file, insert, design, etc. So you can have layout, reference, mailings, review, view, developer, tell me, all those that you want. So next we had quick access toolbar is a collection of frequently used commands, like these ones often referred to as shortcuts. Work area is a white area where the user type text, images to be printed. So by default, this area that's surrounded by the margins, these ones are the margins. See that anytime you type a text here, when you print it, it will be visible. So that's what you call work area. A status bar, this is a white, it's white strip found at the bottom of Word application and indicates information about the current document. So this one, I don't know if my cursor, I realized yesterday my cursor was not visible. But from here, you can have page, section, page, line, column. So the entire of this strip up to here where we have 100% is called a status bar. And it indicates all the information about the current file, the current document data we are working on. Define the term word drop as used in word processing. So word drop is a feature that automatically moves the word that does not fit in the current line to start from the next line. Yeah, so that is what you call a word drop. Explain how one can launch Microsoft Word 2016. So the steps that you have to give, they should be descriptive. They should help me, the person who doesn't know even how to use Word, to use Word. So we can have click on start button. Some books call it Windows button. So click on start button, and then you can navigate to Word 2016. So just look for Word 2016. So these ones has arranged it alphabetically. So once you click on it, it's going to open up. So this is the start screen of Word. So those ones are the procedures. Just click on the start button or the Windows button, search for Word 2016, click on its icon, and it's going to load and prepare itself ready for use. Differentiate between undo and redo editing tools as used in Microsoft Word 2016. So undo cancels the most recent performed action, while redo reverts back to the last undone action. For example, if I type here undo, so if I undo, if I press this button here in the quick access toolbar, if I undo, it's going to cancel the typing of that word undo. But what happens when I redo? It's going to return the action. That's why I've said that undo cancels the recently performed actions, while redo reverts back to the last undone action. So those ones are the responses that are expected in DL2 size assessment. Very good. So let me go straight to our agenda. This one is going to guide us. So we are done with the revision of DL2. So let me teach you how you can be able to create a document using Word 2016. So I'll open my notes. They are here. So these are my lesson notes. Okay, good. So let me put in the presentation mode. Wow. So there are different ways one can use to create a document in Microsoft Word. And these ways you can create from scratch. Creating from scratch simply means you're creating the document for the first time. You are creating the document for the first time. And then you can also customize the related templates. I talked about templates yesterday. Templates are blueprints. What do you call? They are called blueprints. This template here, these ones are blueprints that actually the user can customize to come up with the document with the details that he or she wants. So creating a document from scratch involves creating the document for the first time. And to create a document from scratch, you simply have to launch Word 2016. And then in the startup screen, you'll click on blank document. So let me just do it practically so that you can also see. I will look for that app, Word 2016. I'll just type in the search bar here. And then after it opens, this is the startup screen. I click on blank document. So this is now the work area. I can type anything. For example, my name is Max Mew. So like this is now how we create a document. You just open Word and then you enter the text. You can create paragraphs here. You can create sentences here. You can create many words here. You can insert pictures here. So creating a document involves typing letters, symbols, characters, or even inserting images in Word. So for example, if I insert an image here, I don't know if I have images here, but don't laugh at my funny images. It's up to you, whatever you do with it. Okay, it depends on you. So to insert an image, this is what you need to do. Click on Insert tab, and then you can see pictures. You basically click on Insert tab, and then you have pictures. And then, okay, I don't want to get those ones. Those ones are very funny. Let me insert this picture. That's when I was in college, sometimes back. So you can see this is how we insert an image in Microsoft Word. So you simply click on the Insert tab, and then we have pictures. And then you can select the source where the picture is, and then you click on Insert. Okay. So the pictures, we refer to them as objects. We refer to pictures as objects. And then we can either have what you call the linked objects. So let me light here linked objects. So when you talk about link objects, these ones are objects that are created in an external software. And once you make them available to use in this Word here, any change in that external software will also reflect here in Word. So like the change, for example, you're inserting a chart in Word. So let's say suppose you modify variables of the chart in Excel. So you can see the width of the bars increasing or decreasing in Word. But now the changes, you're not doing them in Word, you're doing them in Excel. So that is what you call a linked object. It has been linked to the source. We have another one which is called embedded object. Now an embedded object is an object that once you import inside Word, it becomes part of Word. Therefore, any change in an external software is not going to reflect here. For example, this image here, this is an embedded object. So guys, that's how we insert a picture. Master the steps. Just click on insert, and then we have pictures, and then it's going to come back here. So there is a question, what are the sources of graphics? Where can we get images? Images are here. You can either get them online, you import them, you can also scan them, you can use a digital camera and save it in your file, and then you use it within this one. Very good. My next slide. So we have this part. I want to teach you how you can create a document from a template. How can you create a document from a template? So I will exit from this Word. Let me just exit. I close it. Don't worry if you've not understood the steps. I will still explain. So let me open Word again. I will look for Word 2016. So this is Word 2016. I'll open it. This is our startup screen. So I'm not going to click on blank document. I'm going to specify which one do I want. We have business, cards, flyers, letters, education, holiday. We are going for a Christmas holiday, and I think let me click on holiday, I think. So there are thousands of templates that will be downloaded from Microsoft Collection. Let's wait a bit. We have to practice patience. Good. So you can actually click on the one that you like. Let me just click for Merry Christmas. Okay. So it's going to download the template, and it's going to avail it for us here. Wow. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Click here to enter text. So I can click, and then I can be allowed to change and replace the text with mine. So this is a template. So in case you've not understood that, I will still go back and explain it again. You look for Word 2016. Look for Word 2016. It's here. And then you choose which one do you want. Let's say, for example, you want for business. Word is going to load the templates from Microsoft Collection. And then, for example, here you can have a report, or you can have these ones. the business cards that you're having here, and then you put it like that. You can see here we are having different business cards, so you can modify them, and then let's say you can change the title of your company, for example, uh, DL, dynamically learn, dynamically learn, like that. So after that, you can see the changes have been effected in every card that you have in here for all the two pages. That's it. Thank you on that. I believe that you now know how to create a document from a template. So we talked about advantages of creating a document from a template. Number one, we have it's actually saving on time. Mhm. It saves on time. It's very quick. So like let's say I've only taken 1 second to design the business cards. Imagine how fun is that one? And then number two, you don't need to worry about the formatting, stylings, because they already come up with a template. The number three is accurate. For example, where you get the exact template. So that's it. Now, how do you save a document? So let me teach you how to save a document. Like let's say, I'm assuming that this is the document that I've created. How are we supposed to save it? So you simply click on File, and then we have Save As. This is what you call the Save As screen. So you can either decide to save in this PC. It's going to give you the folders to where you want to store. But the best thing, click on Browse. But before that, what happens when you click on Add a Place? You see here we are having what you call OneDrive. OneDrive is a cloud storage. Yeah? Like let's say it's a remote storage location whereby you can store your files. So if you store here, it's going to be stored linked to your email, and it's not going to be in your device, but you can access it from any device that you're using. So let me store it locally here. I'll click on Browse. This is Save As dialog box. I will specify where I want to save it. So I want to save it on the desktop, and then I give the name here. For example, I can have a Mac doc. And then here you can specify the type, whether you want to save it as a PDF, XPS document, and now I want to save it as a Word document, and then you click on Save. So that's how we save a document. So let's say here you've used what you call Save As. Why are we using Save As? It's because we are creating it for the first time. So in case someone asks you what's the role of Save As, it's actually a tool that is used when someone is saving a document for the first time, and it gives you an option to specify the name of the document and the type of the document that you want to save in. I think that one is well understood. Now, what is the purpose of this save? So for example, you want to add something else here, like I can change the street address here. I call it Nairobi, Nairobi, like that, and then I click enter. So what happens? If I click outside, it has also appeared on everything, on every business card here. So what happens? If I press on save, it's not going to bring me to that save as dialog box to specify the name again. It's just going to update the changes. So save simply updates the changes, while save as it is used when someone saves the document for the first time. I think these steps have already taken you through. Yeah, so in the process of saving a document, click on File tab. So we click on File tab. Then we have click on Save As. We clicked on Save As. It's here. And then what happens? Save As dialog. Click on what? Browse. Let's click on Browse. And then Save As dialog box will appear. Specify the save location. For example, here you specify on desktop. And then what happened? In the file name box, provide the name of your file. So in this one, we specified as MacDoc, and then click on save to save your document. So you can even specify the type and then you click on save. So the document has already been saved. Good. Now, the difference between save as and save. Save as let the user save the document for the first time, allowing him to specify the name and save location. And then save is used when updating changes to the created document. Okay, so let's talk about document protection. Sometimes you may save your document and you don't want someone who doesn't have permission to access it. So you can protect it by means of passwords. And this is how we can protect a document. How can you protect a document? So use the following steps to store your document with a password. Click on File, then Info. We are having Info here. Then Protect Document. File, Info, Protect Document, and then encrypt with a password. So you're going to have encrypt password dialog box popping up here, and then enter your password. For example, a letter. I'm going to use the password as letter, and then you can re-enter the password to confirm it. Letter, and okay. So this document has been saved with a password. So for example, what if I close it and then I open it again? If I close it and then I open it again, so where is it? Where is MacDoc? It's here. You can see I'll be required to enter the password, like letter. So once you enter the password, it will be granted access to it. You'll be given access to that. So that's how we enter the password to a document. There are different ways. You can either use that way or you proceed using this way. For those guys who are using the earlier versions, that is versions like 2 or 7 backwards, you can click on File, okay, the Office button. We have the Office button and then Save As. You specify the location. In this Save As dialog box, go to Tools and then General Options. Then you can enter here password to open. Then you can specify the password to modify like letter again, and then you click on OK. It will ask you to re-enter the password to modify. So you can click, you can just enter it again. Then OK, the password is not much. Let me do that. Okay, like that. Then you can save the document. So it's going to ask you the password to open and the password to modify. So take note of that. If someone asks you to have what you call the two-step protection, that's the password to open and password to close, you'd rather use the latest method that I've shown you, whereby you need to click on File, you click on Save As, then Browse, and then in this tool you're having a combo box here, then choose General Options, then enter the password to open, letter, then enter the password to modify, you can enter, then click on OK. Okay, so then save that. Okay, so I've described all these steps for creating the document with the password. You basically have to click on File tab, Info, Protect Document, encrypt with password. Hit enter the password of your choice and then re-enter to confirm, like that. Now, suppose you want to remove the password to that document. What are you going to do? Do you need to cry? No, you don't need to. So decrypting, actually, for this case, I'll say is the process of removing the password from the document. Though encryption, its actual definition is scrambling data or destroying the order of data or destroying how data looks like so that anyone who doesn't have permission cannot access. So decrypting in this case, for Word, we are going to take it like removing the password. How do you remove the password from the document that you protected? Okay, so what is it? I'll close this document. So I'll go to the desktop and locate it. It's here. I'll enter the password to open it. Then I'll enter the password to modify. Remember, or otherwise, if you access it without entering the password to modify, it's going to open on read only, so you cannot be able to make any change. So to remove the password, you can use these two ways. You click on File, then Protect Document, and then encrypt with password. Then you can come over here, you delete the password, then you click OK. So let's see. If I close it, I save the changes and then I open it again. You realize like the document is going to ask me to re-enter the password to modify. This one, remember, we followed different steps. So we can also remove the password to modify by following these steps. Click on File, then Save As, then Browse, and then we can go to Tools, then General Options, and then we erase this password here also. Then we click OK. Save. So we close. Let me do that again. Wow, there's no password. We've not been asked any password. So that's how we remove the password in the document. So I provided the steps here. So this refers to the process of removing password from a document. To decrypt a document, open the file created with the password, then enter the password you created. Once the file opens, click on Info, then Protect Document, and then you erase that password. Otherwise, I want you to look at this again, once again. It's a very nice picture. I actually designed it in my time, so that's it. So in case you want to reach me, you have got any query, you can either contact me through the WhatsApp number. If you want the notes also, these notes, if you want me to send you, you can just contact me and then I'll send it to you. Or you can also reach me through my email. Otherwise, thank you for taking your time to watch this tutorial. And I know together we can make it happen. Thank you. Good.